Mike in Ohio says, Clark, more and more businesses are now passing along to the customer the 3% or greater
Same issue.
fee that the credit card companies are charging to the businesses. I've run into this recently when going to the dentist, paying for a car repair, and again when buying tires. I know you discourage the use of checks, but short of carrying a large amount of cash, what are a consumer's options?
Yeah, this is about the ongoing war that is, as best I can tell, only in the United States. That in the United States, the Visa MasterCard cartel has been able to price fix on fees for taking credit cards. So our merchant fees are way higher than they are anywhere else that I know of in the world. And Visa and MasterCard this is one of the problems with modern capitalism in the United States and why people sometimes refer to it as crony capitalism, is that lobbyists are able to spread money around Capitol Hill and have laws that are to their liking, to the harm of the free market and to the harm of the American people. And so the Visa MasterCard cartel are an enormous problem. You know, I use reward cards, and I got all this money back using reward cards. And it seems like such a great deal. But the reality is nobody else in the world has these reward cards because nowhere else in the world that I'm aware of are people paying these massive fees as restaurants and business owners of various types to accept credit cards. So I support fully the dentist, the car repair place, the tire store, wherever, or restaurants, wherever they charge a stated fee for using credit cards, because it is a huge expense for a business and erodes their profits so much. You know, the actual cost of processing that credit card is virtually nothing. It is a tiny, tiny charge, a cost to the credit card companies. And only because of the cartel that exists in the United States with the price fixing on fees has it been possible for the banks to commit what I call reverse bank robbery and charge these massive expenses on the backs of retailers and restaurants, and in your case, the dentist. So then you and I have a choice to make. Do we want to use the plastic or do we want to pay some other way? Now, you brought up a very interesting point. You don't want to carry a large amount of cash. And that brings up, what do you do in that case? And we're back to having to potentially use the piece of trash, fake Visa or MasterCard, a debit card. And the fee structure on debit cards is different, and that's why that is something that is a different issue, a different thing, is that in this case, you're choosing to save 3% for the possibility that something will go wrong using that debit card. And I'm going to leave that to you to make that decision, because carrying a big wad of cash is not the safest thing in the world.